Warning, this is an extremely graphic account of animal cruelty. If you're sensitive to that subject matter, please do not watch. In Luke Woodham's journal, he wrote, quote, "On Saturday of last week, I made my first kill. The date was April 2nd, 1997, about 4:30 p.m. The victim was a loved one, my dear dog Sparkle. Me and an accomplice had been beating the bitch for a while, and last Tuesday I took a day off from school just because I didn't want to go. My friend came over and we beat the dog. In the process of doing so, we hurt her leg. Later in the week, about Thursday I'd say, my brother said she was limping. He suggested we take the dog to the vet, but I talked him out of it, saying that she probably stepped on something hard, that she would be okay in a day or two. Saturday my brother brings up the vet again, but said he didn't have the time to do it today but would do it next week. I was afraid the vet would notice all of the bruises on the dog and I would get in trouble, so I called my accomplice and he came over at 2 o'clock. We beat the dog, tied her up in a plastic garbage bag, put that bag in another bag. We put the subdued little pooch in an old book bag and went to some woods. When we got to the woods, I took out a billy club. I handed it to my accomplice. He ran and hit the bagged dog with it. I will never forget the howl she made. It sounded almost human. We laughed and hit her hard. I picked up the book bag, which was now soaked in her blood, and drug her across the ground, dropped into the woods. A hole developed in the bag and the dog stuck her head out, fully engulfed in flames. We put more on her, and more and more and more. She got out and tried to run. I took the nightstick and hit her in the shoulder, spine, and neck. I'll never forget the sound of her bones breaking. We set her on fire again. The foolish dog opened her mouth and we sprayed fluid down her throat. Her whole neck caught on fire, inside and out. Finally, the fire went out and she was making a gurgling noise. I silenced the noise with the club again. I hit her so hard the crushed, burnt scar on her shoulder fell off. I hit her so hard I knocked the fur off her neck. Then we put her in the burned bag and chucked her into a nearby pond. We watched the bag sink. It was a true beauty.